Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about the new patch 9.17 with Grandmaster Pawszo.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. So we won't take any more of your time, so let's just jump to the patch notes. So first in our list is Aurelion Sol. He's being completely changed. Now he will be instead of being Bruiser, he will be more of assassin. His passive has been changed, and crowd control no longer nullifies his passive, and also damage on his passive has been changed by nerfing it quite a bit, and this is it about his passive. And now the big change about his Q Star Siege. Now he can use it immediately after he throw it, so it won't be a thing. You won't have a hard time catching up with somebody close to you. Now you can just use it immediately. Also, his cooldown on ability has now it's scaling, so it's good for him, and it got increased movement speed on his Q. Next on the line we have his W, it's Celestial Expansion, and now it's used like more assassin spell. He's dealing more damage than he used to do, but it takes only 1.5 seconds, so you are just getting movement speed, using his W, and dealing a lot of damage. It works pretty well. Also, his E has been changed. He's no longer getting bonus movement speed, and the range has been buffed by a bit, but the cooldown is significantly higher. Also, the speed is higher, so on the higher levels, he will be able to roam better than he used to, because he will be able to move quickly from the mid to the bot or top. Next on the list, we got Galio. Galio, after his nurse, I didn't see him for a while. He was just really bad champion. Now Riot managed to see that he's really bad, so we have to do something with it. So he's getting buffs on his Q and W, but sadly they didn't change the fact that you can't no longer use flash when you are casting your W. So they're just changing cooldowns on his Q and changing damage of his W. It will help him by a lot because he was really bad. Maybe now he will be played a bit, but I don't see where. After the nerfs, I think he's kinda bad. Next on the list we got Kalista. Kalista is the champion on bottom, which we don't see because champions like Kaisa are much more powerful than Kalista, because you have to throw a bunch of spears on a guy in order to deal damage, and it's really hard to do right now. She's getting buffed, so it will help in her laning phase, but in my opinion it won't change anything. If the meta don't change, I don't think we'll see Kalista much more than we do right now. And another big changes on the Kayle, and her passive has been completely changed. Now Kai'Sa is getting Horizon at level 6 and a Flame at level 11 instead of Enflame at level 6 and Horizon at level a Flame at level Horizon at level 11 and a Flame at level 6. It changed that Kai'Sa now on level 6 is range champion, and then she's getting her AoE damage on level 11. It helps really on her early game. It was a help playing her in till level 11 because you couldn't even farm. They buff her movement speed on Exalted, and sorry, they nerfed her as Exalted.
Yes, nerf, yes.
They nerfed her movement speed on Exalted by a half. Then okay, those stack sources, all basic attacks right now, and Horizon Rage is nerfed. So we are getting range at level 6, but our range is a bit shorter, and also all other our abilities are getting nerfed. Okay, so we are not getting bonus movement speed, and we are not getting true damage. It might seems like we won't be building Ginzo on her and full attack speed, so it won't be like part AD, part AP build. I think now we will play her more AP because of her E change it, changing significant on AP part. And also on last level, she's getting conditional range on basic attacks. So they took us through damage, and now they give us more range. I think it's kind of hurts the champion because at level 16 you were just killing everybody. But as I said, we can't tell really. We have to play more this champion to know if it's really or buff or nerf to her. So many changes on Q. Okay, more poking right now because it refunds its cost when you hit the champion. Delay is buffed. Cast time. Now it's got cast time, and missile speed is lower. Also, range is lower. They had to change it because now you're getting free mana every time you hit it, so we can spam more on top lane. And the resistance is nerfed by 5%, but it lasts longer by 1 second. Also, they fixed some random bug on her. I didn't even notice it had a bug. Now her E. So Starfire, Spellblade, they buffed damage. No. Oh, they really buffed the damage because now it's 1% per 50 ability power. So yeah, now we'll see AP-based Kayle, I think, maxing her E because of damage, and on hit ratio also got buffed from AP. So in my opinion, we'll be playing AP Kayle with Nature to Rabadon and stuff like this just to buff her. And also it got her ultimate got buffed on the last level, it costs no mana, and also the radius of damage is longer, so it helps with Ali. And Ali, I think, from the spell is from 8 piece, so in my opinion, I think we should play Kaylee as an AP carry, like AP carry, attack speed, something like this. And another now buff for support. Leona is getting buff on her Q, and now it's 5 seconds instead of 6 on her cooldown. I think Leona isn't a good support, but when so many supports getting nerfed, and she's like she was, and also getting some buffs, I think we can see her more. I don't like her. She's really straightforward, but I think we might see her more. And Lucian is getting buff on basic AD. In my opinion, it's really bad because Lucian is already good early game champion. I think they should buff his late game instead of early game, but now he's even more stronger at early game. Okay, on Nico they fixed her passive because when you change to a melee champion, you couldn't really swap your normal form after you did it. And you have to, in order to farm, you have to come closer, and it really hurt you because somebody could like poke you, or even whole team could get on you. In my opinion, it's very, very good buff. Now champion, it just needed. And so Nico players, Nico lovers, I think you should be pleased. And Pantheon. Pantheon is getting buff on his Q. I can't really tell much about Pantheon because I didn't play him after the rework. It's really a blind spot for me, so I have to try it in order to say something more. But he's getting buff on his Q, I think, and buff on his E. I can't tell how it will affect the gameplay of Pantheon. So sorry guys on this one. Kiana is getting nerfed. I think we all agree on this one. She was pretty strong. Now her E base damage is lower by a bit, and also her cooldown on her ultimate ability is 130 seconds at all ranks. It's quite an earth, but I think it's she deserved it. Let's say it like this: she deserved it. And two other non-significant buffs. Rice is getting more magic resist, but Rice is just being Rice. He's good in some matchups and bad in some matchups, so it's not like a whole new word from Rice. We'll play Rice as we did in the previous patch. And also Zyra, is getting buff on her ultimate, so I think it will help her on a support. Sometimes I see her as a support, and they lower her cost on air, and also they lower cooldown on her ability. So overall, we got two significant changes. One is Aurelion Sol, and one is Kale. There are two champions we don't really see often because they are. I don't know why we don't see Aurelion, to be honest. He's really good. but I think he's boring overall, and he was like dealing damage over time instead of dealing huge damage in a short time. So it didn't seems to be really fine. And also Cave was not in a good spot. If you camp her in early game, you couldn't really do much in a late game, and we don't see so much late game these days. So we are getting also few new skins, but I don't. We are getting Ari, Veigar, Nocturne, Virus and Galio. So just for your information, if you want to buy them, I think the Nocturne and Ari looks pretty cool. I don't find the rest interesting. So thank you guys for watching, for listening. If you had any questions, please ask them in comment section, like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
I'm also thank you. Like and subscribe. See you next time.